Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of my Planet Zoo speed build series. Today I will be showing you the speed build of the flamingo enclosure that I did. Alright, so with no further ado, let's jump right into it. Alright, so starting off in my own spare time, I thought, you know what, I might just decorate the zoo slightly. So I added like some guest facilities, added this little enclosure that has a burrowing cockroach in it. I just thought I might do this stuff in my spare time because I take so long doing decorating, I don't know what I'm doing. But if you guys are really interested in seeing it, then I can do like mini episodes where I build stuff. I added these 2 platypuses to the platypus enclosure, made it nice and cute. We now have an education stand. It currently only talks about the capybaras because you can't have 2 education at once, but I like to think it talks about both. There's a little capybara on the stairs, I think it's really cute. I made the restaurant. I don't usually make buildings, but I was pretty happy how it turns out. It has a green roof. It's a nice little restaurant, green roof. I really like the outside. Yeah, that's what I did. I just sort of decorated the outside. Okay. And also with this, I made a little mistake. I forgot to start recording this episode before I made the fence line. So we get to cut in right to when the fence is. If you guys prefer this, then tell me in the comments below. If you don't, I'll probably just still record before, so you can just see my layout ideas, especially because you do terrain sculpting before like you put down the stuff, so I might not do this, but it was okay because it was just the flamingos. There was nothing really too important. I put in a veterinary center here and a trading center. Ignore the stuff behind. That is a completely different episode that is like in the works. It's just taking a bit longer because it's a little big. It's a little big. I have some plans. You'll see when it comes out. I'm super excited. I think that turned out really good. But yeah, so ignore that complete area that is done and built. I am waiting for some stuff to happen. Which it doesn't make sense now, but you will see. I just want all the animals to be there, and I need to wait up for breeding. So yeah, we chose a little area so the flamingos have some water. I could have done it deeper. I could have, but I thought, you know, let's have like a mini pool. It's not going to be too fancy. Wow, that just cut for some reason. Yeah, so I put the water in. There's not going to be any rocks because it's not that going to be deep of a pool. I'm thinking like a mini shallow pool. I wasn't doing a lot for this enclosure because I think a lot of, from my knowledge, a lot of flamingo enclosures are like fairly simple, and I want to do something nice and simple. Foraging. These foraging pools. These gosh darn foraging pools. Put a waterfall. Those waterfall things I think are cool. I definitely want to put them in an enclosure with an animal that uses it as like a proper waterfall. I could have done that for the flamingos, looking back at it now. I kind of forget the waterfall enrichment items are a thing. I don't do too many creatures that are... I don't build enclosures for creatures that typically have it. Usually I really like big cats. That's my main thing. I'm waiting to see how long I can go without building a big cat enclosure. That's my mini challenge for this series. Kind of. Not really. I really like big cats. We'll see some big cats. But yeah, the entrance is just gonna have some like smaller animals, you know, less popular. I mean, platypus is pretty popular. I go to the zoo just to see a platypus. But, you know, like... the lions are going to be somewhere in the middle. I'm going to try and properly make this zoo. Instead of just being like, haha, Lamau, lions at this front. So terrain painting. This was just a little quickie, just putting down rocks, sand, making the grass short. I wasn't going to put too much effort into the, like, foliage of this, because I think flamingos have pretty, like, okay habitats. For some reason, trying to remember the foliage stuff in this just broke my brain. I cannot wait for a feature where you can just click a button and the entire like preferred biome plants just get sent to your plant bar frontier, please. I also want to see if I can put in like any like human items. I was thinking about this gondola. I just thought it was really nice, but I'm like, the water wasn't deep enough, and I didn't really want to make deep water. I like the idea of like shadow pool, so I didn't. I was just trying to look for anything. Nothing was sort of going with my idea, except for the water. Except for that, I put the water hose in. It might actually get deleted later. I cannot remember if it stays though. I might Control Z too far. I think I do that actually. I don't think that stays. Yeah, so I'm still looking for more. I thought about this cart. I just wasn't 100% sure. It's like, what do I put on it? And I thought baskets, and the baskets weren't doing very well. I just didn't know what to do. I was just very confused. There was too many options, and nothing was like going, put me down. There was just nothing. I tried the bike. Why isn't there a bike with both parts? It's just unnecessarily complicated. I think I just gave up. I'm like, no, this bike's too hard. Yeah, and I just kept looking, and I was like, no. Nothing was inspiring me, except for these little mesh on the fence. I thought, cause I'm having like a low brick fence, I could maybe go put this mesh so people can't like hop over and steal a flamingo or something. Well, this would actually be the perfect place to put down security cameras. Actually, I now realize I did forget. But yeah, this was like the biggest decoration of this build, was just putting down these meshes. It took so long, and I realized what would have been smarter like halfway through was if I join them as a group, duplicate, and then move that. But by the time I realized that, I was like, I've committed. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, and also it was on an angle. And I was like trying really hard to see how like bad the angle was, but because it's a thin thing, you can't see it very well, and I was like, oh my god. So yeah, we moved it a little bit, just a little bit forward. This took not that long actually, it wasn't that bad. I was thinking about maybe putting like posts up and stuff, and I realize now I probably should have. Hindsight, right? But I think like after moving everything, I was like, no, I don't want to put posts. So I'm now realizing that if I want to repeat this process again, what I will do is I'll put down the mesh and I'll put the posts on like one side, and then add that, make that a group, duplicate it, move that, add those to a group, duplicate, move that. It's a learning process. It's the first time I've done stuff like this. I also lost what I was using. Yeah, it wasn't the best thing, but you know, it had to go on that side, so they couldn't throw food on that side because they could still access that. Especially because this is so close to the food area that we have. Yeah, so that's all done. They're happy. I then started looking for posts, maybe like a flamingo sign, like a fake flamingo. Is there a fake flamingo in the game? I might do a bigger look, because if there's a fake flamingo in the game, I want to put fake flamingos in the flamingo enclosure. I don't think there is, but it'd be really funny if there was. I was also looking for like some lights, maybe some cool lights. Nothing was really jumping out being like, you should put me down. So yeah, now we're finishing up the rest of the terrain painting. It was just putting down dirt. I know why they have like different textures for the dirts and sands in different biomes, but I kind of wish we could choose which texture we were using. I know that's such a small thing, but I really wish we could. By now I realized, oh my god, all the flamingos want to leave. I gotta do this. So I quickly move all that I can. There are a lot of flamingos because they need 10. And then, So here's a little bit of putting down plants. There wasn't too much, so I tried to like vary it. I just sort of put things everywhere. Ignore how that was floating. So you put him. I don't want like too much plants because I know they don't like too much plants. So I don't want to like green up one area and then keeps one area like really bad. I did want to sort of put plants around their like what is that? Hide. They're sleeping areas, so they can go, they can sleep, and they can get away from people. I put grass down in with the water, so I thought that'll look nice. I kind of made it a clump. I don't know if that was smart. I think it's okay. Yeah, here I am just trying to put more stuff down, just by where they sleep. Give them a little bit of hide. I thought about hiding the door, and I'm like, no. I wanted to put something by the dead tree. Just make it a little nicer. I think when it comes to like low foliage animals, you do sort of need to learn how to like scatter the foliage around to make it look nice. I think it looked decent. I think it's a decent one. I probably could have played with rocks a bit more. I think I could have done a bit more, but I don't know too much about and I kind of went on a rant. I talked over where I was meant to, but yeah, I do realize I've like a lot to learn, and I do think in every enclosure I build I improve a little bit better. I don't think I probably should look at more inspiration before I go in, but I kind of open Planet Zoo and go, haha, this is what I'm gonna build. But the enclosure's done. Look at the nice flamingo. I do think it looks okay. It looks nice. There are things I can improve on. Yeah, you know. I realize now there is not enough feeders. So it's like a mini, I gotta put more stuff in because I kind of forget about the bowl. Which I think is something that I also need to work on, is make sure the animals have enough food. I put it down the other end because I want one end to be swimming, and this can be like a where you don't want to be in water. I also just put down another foraging pool and pond because I feel like that's where they're going to get most of their food from. The feeder capacity does not go up, and I get very, very concerned because there's 3 food bowls. But back to looking at the nice flamingos. Yeah, I think this one did okay. It looks nice. It looks nice. I kind of let it do its cinematic thing, but just like I did with the platypus, get some nice shots because there isn't a lot of the enclosure. But yes, that'll be all for this episode. It's very quick. I will release that other footage of the other enclosure soon. I just need some breeding to happen to make sure the enclosure is like exactly how I want it. But you guys, it makes sense when it releases. But yes, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Leave a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you like it. My Twitter is in the description. Go leave a follow. I post my out there. I post random thoughts there. I'm a feral person on Twitter. But they see you all later. Thank you. Bye bye.